Scorpio, welcome in, and this is Intuitive Niche here with your reading for the next 7 to 10 days. I did the weekly reading late last week, so I posted it on Monday of this week. So we're kind of in the middle of the general collective weekly, so that will be waiting another day. But, Scorpio, you are getting your oracles read today, and we are using Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. Okay. So, and the bottom of the deck says the Lady card. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. Okay. Let's see what else these angels and ancestors are sending your way. Scorpio. All readings are for entertainment purposes only, and they are free and for any place in your chart. So I'm a Scorpio moon, you could be a Scorpio sun. Okay? You could be a Scorpio Venus, you could be a Scorpio ascended, I don't know. But for any level, anywhere in your house you have Scorpio, this reading is for you. Alright, let us see what the Oracle has to say. Please like, share, and subscribe if you have not already. And I am doing the TikTok readings, tarot readings, between today, tomorrow, and Saturday morning. They'll be done. After I get the 12 readings done on each side, I will then do the weekly reading for the YouTubers and the weekly live for TikTok. Please know that you have free will and final say. I do have all of my donation information in the description box below my video. It is not mandatory, necessary, or whatever. It is an opportunity for somebody to sow a seed in my business while I am unable to do memberships and all of that. At this point on YouTube, I need subscribers, I need viewers, I need people making comments, and so I am just going to keep pumping out the videos until we get where I need to be to monetize my account. Same thing with TikTok, I am doing the same thing over there. So, and in the end, I get to help so many people who are looking for just a little guidance, and that's all Tarot and Oracle cards is about, giving you guidance, helping you see things in a different way. We should not be making decisions by the tarot or the oracle cards, just so you know. It is for entertainment purposes only. But I am an intuitive empath, and I will feed the energy that I am given. Wow. You didn't see what I just saw, but anyways. Scorpio, let's see what the angels and ancestors have for you this week. Oh, we got a few cards. Too many. 1 or 2 is all we need. 1 or 2, please. Angels and ancestors, what do we have for our Scorpios today for this weekly read? Okay. I have had readings where the deck didn't work for me and I've had to switch it up, but I feel like the angels and the ancestors are just being stubborn. Yes. Alright, so the first 3 cards out here, we have Medicine Guardian. Medicine Guardian. Be open to healing information. So Scorpio, whatever your health is, or whatever your health may be, there are other ways besides the standard doctored medicines. Of course, I am not a doctor and I do not preach it, but I try to take as many natural things as I can into my body and not chemicals, because they end up hurting you more than helping you. But don't do anything without seeing a doctor and getting guidance first, okay? Be open to healing information. So there are other forms of healing for your illnesses or stuff, and that you can find other options. And that's how I take that card. That if you are going through something with an illness, that you need to investigate and find other options, not just take the first one they tell you. The next card out is the Lord card, Scorpio. Take charge with authority. It is your body, it is your health, it is your life. Take charge of it. The Drum card is up, Dream and Journey. So you've been dreaming a lot lately, having dreams or nightmares or something, journeying in your dreams, Scorpio. Maybe you're one of those Scorpios that travels in your dreams. All right, Scorpio. You should get a book or a notebook of some sort and try to write down what you exactly remember. When you dream in the morning and you get up, try to write it down. Or you can do like I do. I have a notepad on my phone. If I can't get to a pen and paper, which is usually close enough by to be able to remember something before I lose it, I open up my phone and I will tap on the notepad and I will definitely speak what I remember. Do not embellish what you remember. We'd like to tell stories ourselves in general, but only state the things you see and remember in the dream. Do not add to it. Do not turn it into a story that it wasn't, okay? Because I know I find myself trying to get back into a dream and then I want to create the outcome, right? But no. Just what you actually remember happening, okay? And that's it. So the Shaolin master, be graceful in movement and action. So this is a form of, working out, I would say. So find a way to exercise that is good for your health. That's where I feel Scorpio, this medicine guardian, is from. Be open to healing information and take charge of your life and your health with authority. And then dreaming and journaling comes along to say, maybe you will see something in your dreams that gives you a different idea of what you should be doing. And so, with action and gracefulness in your movements, you may find a less harsh way to exercise that will not hurt you, but help you do the things you need to do. The White Witch is here. Be the light. Always be the light. Be kind. Be happy. Be helpful. Do what you can to be the light to other people. We all don't know what somebody else is going through or has been through, so being kind is a priority no matter what. The Spirit Fox showed up, Scorpio. Trust your talents in changing times. So what are you talented at, or something that you like or do or feel strong about that you can keep doing to keep you busy or to keep you moving and going in between work and play and kids and all of that good stuff. Whatever it is you're doing in your life in general. If you're retired, you're working still at a different job or whatever, there's other things you can do in between, like helping you live and be mobile and active. Like getting off of a chair and moving your ass. Or stop taking the easy way out. Not everybody does that, but I know that I can be very lazy as a Libra. When it comes to physical movement, I could lay in bed all day if I wanted to. I have been, even since I've been out of work and currently looking for work, I am up at a decent hour every day, and I go to bed at a decent hour every night, and I fill my day with whatever I want to do or need to do to help me continue forward and being in a routine or structured behavior so that I am not getting lazy or fat or stupid with myself and my health and going crazy. Like, I know that it's almost dinner time for me because I'm feeling hungry at this moment. So I'm going to be the light and say, instead of going down to the ice cream parlor down the road, I'm going to skip it and actually have maybe a sandwich and some soup tonight. But just be aware of what you do in your time, because you can't go one day and then think the next day you're going to be able to go. It doesn't work like that. Your body hurts, it gets tired, and if you overdo one day, you can't make it up the next day. Or if you underdo one day, you can't make it up the next day, okay? You need to be active and on a structured plan in your own environment, doing the things you do every single day, okay? Big Sky Country with Parmalee at the fair. Oh, yeah, I don't have money for that, so no. I do love the fairs, though. All right, Scorpio. What else are we doing this week? What do we need to focus on? So trusting in yourself and your talents so you can find ways to be open to healing information. Writing down your dreams as you remember, whatever it is you remember. It helps give you ideas and things to think about. Taking charge, being in charge of yourself. But be graceful in movement and action. Don't overdo it. I'll use my brother-in-law as an example. He went out with his girlfriend. He had a great time. He left the house at 8 o'clock in the morning, got home at 1 o'clock at night, and the next day they slept all day because they're not young. You can't run like a dog one day and think you're going to be able to run like the dog the next day. It just doesn't work like that. And even if you're younger, 30, 40, it's crazy to be doing that shit, okay? Even if you're working like that, that's not healthy, okay? You need to find a healthy balance in your life, Scorpio. You need to be active and moving your body as well as taking the time to rest when you need it. So, you've got to find a balance, and that's what your problem is, Scorpio. There's no balance. There's no activity, or there's too much activity. Autumn is your next card. Release the old and rest. Well, as we come to the middle of August coming up, right? Almost. The elders are here. Move beyond ancestral patterns. So stop living your life like your parents did. What went on in your parents' life doesn't have to be your life. Okay? The seer. See beyond the current situation. So you need to see what's really going on in front of you here. Okay? You can keep letting people take advantage of you or lie to you or tell you stories that aren't true so they can be part of a conversation with you. Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. Scorpio, you have gifts. You have a purpose. You are an amazing divine being on this planet. And with the Sun card as your very next card out, you can't fail unless you let yourself fail. Trust your talents in changing times. And if you did something in your work life that was more physical, and because you're older you can't do something more physical, you can still be physical without working to kill yourself, okay? And if you were somebody who sat in an office and didn't do physical things, and so your body is not where you want it to be anyways, you can get off the chair and move. I used to work in an office job a couple of times, and I would walk at lunchtime, or I would take a walk right after work. I wouldn't sit down and drive home and do nothing. I would take a walk after work. Yeah, I had kids, and they knew the rules, and back in the day they had people that always watched them, or they were always with somebody. I don't think it's the same like it used to be, but nowadays you can't. It's the adult people you can't trust to leave with your kids. Your kids are smarter than your adults are sometimes. Scorpio, find a balance this week, okay? Be active, be physical, move around, do things. Don't just sit in front of a TV. And also, just don't overdo it. Like if you have injuries in your body and things that aren't going to heal the right way, a certain way because of our age. I have injuries. My back is bad, my leg is bad, my neck, I have degenerative arthritis in the lower lumbar and in my neck, my cervical area, too, and I've had all kinds of shit. I broke my neck years ago, okay? But I don't overdo certain things. I know there's things I just can't do. So when I was working in retail, I knew I couldn't lift over my head or take something off of a shelf that's heavy over my head. I would have to get help. And I got help. And if I couldn't, I found a way to raise my body up so that it was level enough with me that I could do it. It didn't always work out. Sometimes you have to do things you don't want to do, but recreating injuries and things that are already injured is not a good idea. So you need to find a balance. You can be active and you can still get the rest you deserve to have at the same time. High Priestess, harness my mystical power, Scorpio. You are a mystical power. You are a divine being and you have a purpose on this planet, even if you don't think you do. We're not all psychics and seers. I'm not a psychic. I am an intuitive empath. I feel things. I feel energy. I am a Reiki practitioner. I heal things with energy. I use crystals as well. I'm learning as I go, everything I do, but those things are what's important in my life, and my family knows that about me. My friends know that about me. And so those are the balances you got to find. Sometimes, like, I'll do these readings and I'll do the TikTok readings, I'll do the live and the week-long video there for the hour. I think it's like an hour. I end up doing it on YouTube. And my energy is shot after 26 readings, okay? So Scorpio, here's my advice. Find a balance. Know that you are a divine being. Know that you are healing and taking care of your business like you should be. And know that everything is going to be okay. Don't doubt yourself so much. Don't hang on to past mistakes. And certainly draw the line and the boundaries in your life. Because if you do not, the ones that are currently taking advantage of you will continue to do so. And if you don't draw the line now, you won't be around long enough to worry about the line. You've got a lot of possibilities and potentials, Scorpio. You just got to keep moving, okay? You got to keep thinking and allow yourself the moments of grief and trying times and mountains and molehills that you got to go through. There's got to be a balance. We don't live in it. Shed the old skin. Bottom of the deck. I'll see you next week, Scorpio. Have a great week.